Hello, friends. Uh, so, I want to discuss some questions on intellectual property rights that have been asked in by BPUT Raurkela in 2019-20. This is intellectual property rights course is a general course. It's for computer science students. It's for electronic student. It's for mechanical engineering students. It's a general course which is to be known by each and everyone. At least people those who are studying, working on research and development, this course is useful to them. Okay, so let us discuss all these short answer questions which have been asked in the exam. So now the first question was like, what do you mean by intellectual property rights? Okay, so intellectual property rights, like, these are the rights which is given to the person for the creation, for their creation. So they can be given to person or they can be given to organizations also. Like I have written it for persons, but please remember it can be given to organizations also. Like our organizations such as ISRO and DRDO, they are also filing for patents and copyrights. They are also filing for that, for their designs. They are filing designs also. So it can be given to person or organization, and usually it's a exclusive right that is given to a person for his creation for a valid period of time. So patent is given for around 20 years, and your copyright is given for around 60 years, and a trademark is registered for 10 years. Okay, so moving on to the next question, it asks like what is a trademark, and it asks to give us two examples. So a trademark, it can be a word, phrase, symbol, or a design. Like it can be a combination of all these also. So your customers, they recognize you seeing your trademark. Like I go to purchase a medicine, like paracetamol. Now a paracetamol, it can be produced by Pfizer, it can be produced by Cipla, it can be produced by some other companies also. Like you see, when you get a paracetamol in government hospitals, you see it's of some other company, and when you go to this pharmacy shop, they give you of some other company. So this paracetamol, even though it's a common drug, but still you identify through its trademark. Like you can identify which company has prepared. Now just as you have in IT companies like service company and product based company, trademark also, there are product trademark, there is service trademark. So trademark, it identifies your source, it provides you legal protection, and like it helps in counterfeiting any fraud. So like you can use TM or SM for for trademark or service mark. Like if you haven't filed for any trademark, but you see many times you have given a R on a product. So this R is nothing, but this R, it's identifies, like it, you have already got that trademark and you have filed for it, you are registered. So this R is for that purpose. So now the next question was what was GATT. Okay, so GATT, it's a general agreement on trade and tariffs between many countries. See, we have an option like India will sign a trade agreement with Japan, or India will sign a trade agreement with China. Like you can have one to one also, but in one to one, it takes a long time in arriving at all these agreements. So we have a common agreement which is a GATT, and this GOTT was the predecessor of WTO, World Trade Organization, based, and this GOTT and WTO, like they have been very successful in reducing tariffs. Like when one country it imports or export good from the other, either it can put this it can put tariffs, or it can put a quota on like some products you can export of this much quantity. So they help in rationalizing everything. So the next question was what is the full form of TRIPS. So TRIPS, we know that from TRIPS are intellectual property rights and all these things, they are defined there. So the WTO agreement, it was based on the WTO agreement. It says a multilateral agreement. Please remember, it's a multilateral agreement. So many countries, like they are signing with TRIPS. So they sign so that they will resolve trade dispute amicably, and by that they will also share knowledge, and they will resolve trade dispute. Like say corona vaccine and all, you must have seen, like Pfizer vaccine, it been used in many parts of the world and all. So these all things, like each and every intellectual property is defined in TRIPS. So the main aim of TRIPS is to create a balanced intellectual property system. Okay, so now TRIPS Council, like just we had a GST Council we have in India, like which sits monthly or every 2 monthly, and they discuss about all these things. TRIPS Council also they sit and they have a discussion. Now during the second wave, all of you must remember like compulsory licensing. Government there was pressure on government to acquire some patents and like to produce medicine indigenously so that they could be cheaply available, like some drugs like remdesivir, baricitinib, they used to be very expensive. So government was under people and opposition party, they try to pressurize government so that the government can acquire a compulsorily a license, and this license it can be used, and the government can get the patent, and it can ask some company to produce the medicine at a cheaper cost. So compulsory licensing, you must be thinking that no, it's not a part of TRIPS, but yes, it's very part of TRIPS, so that in certain extraordinary circumstances, government can allow someone government can take this remdesivir, it was produced by Gilead Life Sciences. So in case like say remdesivir is really urgent and the price is very high and common man is not able to afford it. So government can take this patent of remdesivir from Gilead Life Sciences and it can give to a company so that they can produce a generic drug so that people can more and more people they can use it. Okay, so it's also a part of TRIPS. Now the next question is what do you mean by infringement of copyrights? Okay, so to give you example, like many of the time the music directors like they accuse each other of stealing the music from here there, or stealing the like movie director they accuse that okay someone has stole my scene. So these are nothing but these are infringement of copyrights. Even distributing pirated copies of movies, that is also an infringement of copyright. So copyright infringement is the use or production of copyright protected material without the permission of copyright owner. You have to take the permission of the copyright owner, like he may take some money from you or whatever, some agreement or whatever be it, and then you can use it for a limited period of time. So if you are violating this infringement copyright, so criminal action can be taken against you. Mind it, it's not civil action, it's criminal action, and you can be fined and you can be jail or both. Okay, so the next question is what is a patent? Like patent, it's a very common intellectual property. You all must be hearing about what's a patent and all. So patent, it can be for a product or it can be for a process. Okay, so it's not that I am preparing some product I can patent. Even though even I am using a process to create a product, I can also patent that, and yes, it's allowed in India. So uh, patent, it gives a owner, like the person who created that patent, like he can exploit that patent, and he can make that product and he can make money, or he can let others make and he can get a royalty also. So that helps an inventor, like to to get his due. So India now allows process patenting, and because of cheaper labor, like we can manufacture drugs very cheaply. So the Indian patent law, it allows this. So now the next question, what's a trade secret? So many of you must have heard of Coca-Cola. Like Coca-Cola, like its constituent and whatever, Coca-Cola has never filed for a patent because it never wants people to make Coca-Cola drink. Because if you file for a patent, it's for a limited period. After 20 years, it gets out in the open. But Coca-Cola doesn't want that. So Coca-Cola instead it has filed for a trade secret. So it is so trade secret. There are intellectual property rights and confidential information which may be sold or licensed. So trade secret must be commercially, they must be valuable, and it should be known by limited group of people. And the owner, it can keep it a secret, and it you can use confidential agreement. It can make people sign, and so it is also intellectual property. Now the next question is what is a competition and how when do you do term it as unfair? So unfair competition means like customers you are misled, like say you are selling a product, say you tell that like this soap is created by Hindustan Unilever, but it's not created by Hindustan Unilever. You misled a customer, or you use deceptive practice, or like you can do anything which will make a company lose its revenue, or a person, like he will suffer a loss for his invention. So it can give action, it can lead to any legal action. And unfair doesn't mean like it's the same thing. Say like your drug constituents, like you are creating a medicine, and some other company is doing the same thing also, so that is a different thing. And uh, competition in a retail store, like design, you are copying a dress design, it's a different thing. So losses can be it also different type. And so unfair competition, there are different types. Okay, so the next question is, can a software program be copyrighted? Okay, so Copyright Act of India, like it was amended to include computer program as a literary work. You can see section 2 FFC. Like it defines the act computer program as a set of instruction expressed in words, codes, or schemes. So computer program has been defined, and yes, a software program can be copyrighted. But please remember, a software program cannot be patented in India. In India, the Patents Act 1970, if you go through section 3K, so you will come to know that patents, they cannot be like you cannot grant as a patent to a software program in India, but developed countries, they are granting patents to software programs. So now the next question is, can a patent be transferred under law? Yes, a patent can be transferred under law. Okay, so you need a form 6 and a assignment deed. Like say whenever you go to a purchase a land, like you prepare a land deed and you sign some forms. Okay, so here also same thing, you have a assignment deed which is prepared in the court. Like you put some stamps, some 10 rupee, 100 rupee, 1000 rupee, some stamps kind of thing, and a form like which says lays the condition, like yes, we company A, or so and so, we are transferring the patent to a company B, and now the patent is his, so he can use the patent. So yes, a patent can be transferred on the law, and it's fully legal. You can transfer your patent to someone else. Like say many startups, the patents are being acquired by the larger companies. These larger companies, they're using this patent and they're using it for their own purposes. So these are the 10 questions that has been asked in a short question in the intellectual property rights course in 2019-20. Very soon I'll be solving all these questions, and I'll putting out in new videos. Hope you find this video useful, and you appreciate it. Thank you very much.